What's up, guys? Welcome to Walks and Talks with your boy Heath Martin VO. You know what it is. No. Today's been very interesting. It is Monday. I am in final preparations to leave for Atlanta on Wednesday. But as I'm preparing, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. So, okay. I'm not going to give you details, but I'll give you the rundown, the basic drill. When I was a kid, I was bad. I was bad. I was a good kid, but I was bad. I did bad things, whatever. If it wasn't for music and art and football, my life could have went a totally wrong way. I could have just stayed in that trajectory and screwed my whole life up and ended up in jail or dead or strung out somewhere. So these were all of the options that my life was headed towards when I was in middle school and hanging with the wrong crowds and doing the wrong things and that kind of thing. So my youngest son is 14 and he is showing signs of some of those same bad behaviors. I know how to spot them because I wasn't shit, right? So I know if you out here doing dirt, I'm going to know. Anyway, so we've got cameras and stuff set up and we know if anyone's coming or going. Let me just put it that way. Anyway, so today I was like, look, man, I need you to find something that you love more than running the streets. For me, it was football, music, theater, stuff like that. Girls, whatever. But it kept me from running the streets. So, for him, he's a really good football player. He was on a team that we went to Canton, Ohio, and played at the Hall of Fame Stadium for the 10U National Championships. We came in second place, but still 2 in the nation. We lost to Pensacola. They were phenomenal. But he's a really good ball player. And something strange about his middle school is that they play football in the spring. So I've been asking him to bring me home his registration, his paperwork, so I can get it taken care of so I can have something to hold on to, something to drive him that he's passionate about, that maybe if he enjoys it enough, it'll keep him out of trouble. It's kind of my line of thinking or hope. Football for me, man, meant a lot. Taught me discipline, taught me how to work in a group, taught me about brotherhood, taught me about being selfless and taking care of each other. And it's just, I think team athletics are good for kids. And he's really good at it, so that's a bonus. So he brought me his paperwork, and I'm looking at it, and it says, okay, I've got until April 14th to get him registered. I was like, cool. I thought we were out of time. We're not. And I started going through this stuff and filling it out. Had to collect some information, insurance, all that kind of stuff. But they're like, okay, you need to get a physical. Okay, I'll get him a physical. And as I read on, it says that they're issuing equipment this Wednesday, the 22nd. I was like, what? Okay, so I got to light a fire into my butt and get it done. So I'm running all over creation, calling people, calling their athletic director, trying to see if I can get some help with the forms. I'm filling out the forms and I'm getting kicked out in the school system, and it was a nightmare. But I finally got through all of it. Took him down today to get his physical. And we get to the prompt care, and they're talking about it's a 3-hour wait. Jeez. So we go get some lunch, have a nice long chat about some things he needs to be looking out for and thinking about, and some things he needs to accomplish, especially while I'm out of town next week. And everything's going well. We get the physical. Everything's good. He's good to go. I finally get a hold of the athletic director. I was worried that he wouldn't get the right he wouldn't get a good choice of uniform because he's not ready to be there today to pick it up, because we still had to, finish his physical, and his physical didn't end up, he didn't end up getting, speak! He didn't end up getting his physical till like 3:30. And they're doing equipment at like 2:30. So we couldn't get it today. But we'll get it tomorrow. So I was talking to the athletic director. I was telling him like kind of his measurables, size and stuff. Good thing I got a big kid, because Lake Ridge Middle just got a bunch of new helmets and shoulder pads and stuff for bigger kids. And they don't have a lot of big kids. He'll be one of the biggest kids on the team. So he's like, it's all good. There'll be equipment left. It'll probably be new equipment. So it's a good thing. So we'll get that all squared away. And it was a lot, but there's no length to which I will not go to make sure that my babies are good. They're good to go. They got everything taken care of they need to have taken care of. Everything. He's literally all the fees paid, all the paperwork done, the physical done, the paperwork transferred over to the school, everything. He literally can go to school tomorrow, stay after for practice, and be good to go. And I'm happy about that. I was stressed about it because I literally had a day to get it done. Figured I could walk in and get the physical done pretty quickly, but that ended up taking way longer than I thought. And he's good to go. My baby had a rehearsal for Mamma Mia today. So then I picked her up from school. And now here I am at 4, almost 5 o'clock, hit my first little bit of exercise for the day. So I am lucky, I am thrilled, I am grateful to be in a position where I can work at home and take care of these things. And it's a blessing. But I wanted to talk also about our minds. Woo! The ever elusive mental. Who still has dreams? I dream. I don't usually remember it unless it's a nightmare, but I have vivid, very extremely vivid dreams, even still at my ripe old age. And it made me think, you ever have a nightmare that was so real, or a dream that maybe not a nightmare, but something that was not a good dream, but it was so vivid and so clear that you woke up and you thought it was actually real? Like what happened in that dream actually happened in your life? Made me think. I woke up from a nightmare the other night, and I could vividly remember exactly what happened in the dream. I knew it was a dream. I knew that I was sleeping. I knew where I was. I knew all that. But the fact of the matter is, it still impacted me emotionally and mentally. I was upset over a fictitious thing that didn't actually really happen in real life, but in my dream it happened. And I got to thinking, the mind is so powerful. Even if you think it didn't really happen, but it still triggers those feelings and those emotions. So how we live day to day, a number of things could happen that affect us, that trigger something mentally, that make us feel angst, make us feel anxiety, make us feel pressure, stress, anger even, or discomfort, or any number of feelings that are actual physical, tangible feelings that are caused by something that's not real. Which leads me to my point. Finally, yay, Heath is getting to the point. Woohoo! My point is this. When you feel like you're not good enough, when you feel like everyone has it in for you, the world's against you, the walls are caving in, you're not going to make it, whatever it is that you're feeling. And it's a real feeling. So I'm not telling you that your feelings aren't valid, but I am telling you that your feelings can be controlled by your thoughts. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I always have. I'm a big old teddy bear. I'm super sensitive. I'm emotional. I cry at movies almost daily. If you put in a sports movie where there's like a real feel-good build-up, anything. Like I've been watching Rocky and Creed to prepare to go see Creed 3. And I like to rewatch all of them before I go see the new one. Every single freaking movie had me cry at least once. Every one. Cried in Rocky. Cried in Rocky 2. Cried in Rocky 3. Did I cry in Rocky 4? Just thinking about Tommy Gunn and how, AIDS kind of rocked his world in real life. And that was a young talent gone too soon and all that. Yeah, I got emotional. I don't think I cried in Rocky 4, though. But Creed 2, the tears. Anytime, any kind of movie. I'll cry during The Scout, Angels of the Outfield. Pretty much anything. I was watching an episode of Forged in Fire where this guy really wanted to make his dad proud, and I got emotional. I get emotional. That's what I do. It's kind of my thing. Anyway, the key is to be able to control those feelings, though. So what I'm going to be working on and talking about now and then is how do we counteract negative feelings? Well, you counteract negative feelings with positive feelings. So if negative takes you down a notch, positive brings you back up to 0, more positive takes you up +1, right? We're doing the math together. So 2 positive thoughts cancel out and add value from 1 negative thought. So if you get a negative thought, just stop for a minute, take a deep breath, think about something that you're grateful for. Anything. It can be anything. It doesn't have to pertain to the thing that's upset you. It can be anything at all. For me personally, when I'm stagnant, if I'm not booking a lot, or if I don't feel like I'm making any headway with casting directors and projects and stuff like that, I get a little down. Of course I do. I want people to love me. I want people to find value in what I do and the things that I bring to the table. But when I feel down, I can just sit, I can stop, breathe, and think about the things that I have accomplished. And in a short time, I might add. I just mentioned that the other day. Like it's only been 5 years, and I've accomplished things that people don't really do in the first little section of their journeys. So I could be very proud of that. I can be thrilled about the accomplishments, about the things that I've learned, about my growth. I can literally look at where I was when I was stalking people like Joe Cipriano and Bob Bergen to now, and the things I've done in between. I have done everything from animation, commercial, video games, promo, movie trailer. Now, a lot of the stuff I've done has been independent stuff. I'm a non-union voice actor working my way up the ranks. The goal is to be union, obviously. The goal is to work on network cartoons. The goal is to work on, network promo and, AAA video games. But I'm where I am. So I'm taking little steps and I'm making progress. The point is, no matter how small an accomplishment or how vast or how small the growth markers are or how extreme, you can always have something to be like, you know what? Yeah, maybe I'm tripping. It's not that bad. Like, even when it's bad, it's still good. I had a really bad day the other day, but then I had a really cool session and some really great auditions. So I'm grateful for those opportunities. I'm grateful for the ability to potentially turn things around in a moment, because that's how it happens, and it's crazy, and it's out of the blue, and you're not expecting it when it comes. I remember auditioning for a role that I didn't book until, I mean, I booked it, but I didn't book it until like a year later. It was longer than a year before I found out that I actually booked it and then moved forward. And then it was even another like 6 months before we actually recorded part of the project. And it's an ongoing thing. This kind of thing happens all the time. You just have to keep going. Keep presenting your positivity. Keep attracting like minds to your, not your plight, it's your journey. It's not a plight. A plight to me represents something that's like bad. It's not the plight, it's the journey. It's the growth. It's the, am I better today than I was last month? Yes, I am. Am I better today than I was last year? Way better. It's natural. You're in the studio every day doing auditions, you're naturally going to get better. Even if I never took a single class, but add auditions to training and classes with phenomenal coaches and actors and mentors. And there's only one way to go. That's up. So that's it for today's Anti-Fat Equation Chronicles. Things on that front aren't going great, but that's because I got a lot on my plate, a lot on my mind. I want to get through VO Atlanta, and then I'll get on to a solid, hard daily schedule. So look forward to that. See you guys.